India set to rally UNSC majority to back post-Pahalgam push against Pakistan. Exclusive. India is preparing for a major diplomatic move at the United Nations Security Council UNSC to push for a discussion on cross-border terrorism, with a focus on Pakistan-sponsored outfits operating in Jammu and Kashmir. The move comes in the wake of the Pahalgam terror attack, which claimed 26 civilian lives and has prompted India to step up efforts to internationalize Pakistan's role in fostering cross-border militancy. Non-top government sources have confirmed to CNN News 18 that India has secured support from 13 of the 15 UNSC member states, excluding only China and Pakistan, to take up the issue, framing it as a transnational terror threat rather than a bilateral political dispute. India's diplomatic pitch builds on its long-standing stance that terror groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed enjoy patronage from Pakistan's military intelligence establishment. The UNSC discussion, if tabled, is expected to highlight the growing frequency and sophistication of cross-border attacks, such as the Pahalgam incident, which was initially claimed and later retracted by the Resistance Front, a let proxy. Indian intelligence has directly linked the attack to handlers across the line of control. This move comes even as Pakistan scrambles to mount a counter-narrative at the UNSC. According to a press release by its Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Islamabad will formally brief the Council on what it calls India's aggressive actions, repeated provocations, and inflammatory rhetoric, which it claims pose a serious threat to regional and global peace and stability. Pakistan also plans to raise India's decision to suspend the Indus Waters Treaty, calling it an unlawful and unilateral attempt and a violation of international obligations. Islamabad is urging the UNSC to exercise its primary responsibility and take measures to address these developments. India at the UNSC. A strategic playbook. India's latest diplomatic maneuver builds on its 2021-2022 tenure as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council, during which it repeatedly underscored the need for global consensus on counter-terrorism. Its current effort to bring Pakistan-sponsored terror into formal UNSC discussions marks a continuation of that push. By rallying support from 13 out of 15 UNSC members, including key voices from the West and Global South, India is not only isolating Pakistan but also reinforcing its credentials as a responsible global actor deserving of a permanent seat at the Council. The move demonstrates New Delhi's growing influence in multilateral fora and its ability to reframe regional conflicts as pressing international security concerns. Swipe left for next video to avoid a direct confrontation with China, a permanent member and Pakistan's ally. India is expected to have a friendly nation formally raise the issue, in line with UNSC procedural norms. China has historically blocked any discussion on Kashmir by citing the Shimla Agreement and the principle of bilateral resolution. India's ability to rally such wide support underscores its rising diplomatic heft and the success of its strategic engagement with nations across ideological divides. More importantly, by positioning the Kashmir issue as one rooted in terrorism rather than territorial contestation, India is reframing the global narrative and tightening the diplomatic screws on Pakistan. Latest blogs.